Mini ROK Racing is up next here at the London Cup, and it's Aidan Hassan for pole position, Jacob Ashcroft alongside Kasper Tomilewski and Milo Madison, then Thomas Clark and Charlie Lomas from Josh Mills, Isaac Barker and David Wichichaw. Let's see if we can get this race underway cleanly. Should be a fairly good start from Aidan Hassan on the inside line as long as he times it right. They're keeping their pace nice and even as they come to the line, and it's all about when Aidan Hassan decides to bolt the throttle. Looks like he's gone for it. Here we go. And it's a cracking start from Aidan Hassan. Look at him. He's just left Ashcroft absolutely standing to the first corner. Tomilewski comes through into second position. He gets a good start from the inside line. That is the textbook kind of start that you want. And Aidan Hassan has made that one look like child's play. Absolutely brilliant.
Look at the lead he's got already. That is a remarkable lead halfway around the first lap. Absolutely incredible. What a start though. Ashcroft into second. And he'll be chasing him hard, but is he going to catch him? I'm not sure anybody's going to catch him at this rate.
Well, Hassan looks as though he's planted to the circuit like a scale-electric cart to plastic at the moment. Absolutely spot on as they come through the final turn. It's a good battle that's already started up here for second position. Tomilewski was in second very briefly off the start, but it has been retained again by Ashcroft, who managed to get himself back through. So it's Ashcroft, Tomilewski, Clark, Manderson, Lomas, Mills and Barker ahead of David Wichichaw, who is still hanging on in there. But Kasper Tomilewski really needs to have some kind of response very early doors. Here's the battle for fourth. This is Milo Manderson trying to take on Thomas Clark, who made a great start. Let's not forget that Clark was on the other side of the grid in fifth position, has moved his way through into fourth place. Charlie Lomas is still there in P6, but the man who really got caught out at the start, Milo Manderson, from fourth position on the grid, having to now recover, dropping back into fifth position, Manderson, as he tries to have a look at Thomas Clark down the main straight.
2.2 seconds of lead. It was 1.7 seconds after the first lap, and Hassan's put in the fastest lap, not surprisingly, 40.76. This is the battle further back. That's Milo Manderson on the 77, and behind him is Charlie Lomas.
Oh, that was a bit close for comfort. On the back there, a love tap from Charlie Lomas on Milo Manderson, and they both drifted a little bit wide. So Lomas definitely trying to step up the attack and go for the 77 of Milo Manderson. Meanwhile, further back, you've got Barker and Wichichaw having a great little scrap for 8th position. That's the thing. It may not be the biggest grid, but this is Mini ROK. They're going to have plenty of good battles out there in the London Cup. So all the way down to the back of the field, they are going to have a good race of it as Isaac Barker gestures to David Wichichaw. Come on, we need to catch up to the guys up front, or they're going to disappear and leave us behind.
That's the 63, Thomas Clark, ahead of Manderson. So this is battle for fourth, 5th, 6th and 7th in this battle. So these are the battles you want to come out on top of at the moment.
Lomas having a go.
But next year, you never know, this might be for the lead.
And Lomas side by side with Manderson having a go to try and get the undercut on the inside line. Manderson protects. Lomas tries to squeeze through on the inside, but there isn't a big enough gap to put that card on the inside line. So he has to wait for another opportunity. They come out of the final turn, down the straight again. And Hassan has checked out to the tune of 2.7. Look at the O-plate out front, absolutely charging away. Mark Baines is going to have a smile so wide, the corners of his mouth will be touching his ears.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Hassan, of course, is top quality. Won 2 Gold Cups at Raura last year on the same day. And that was a great day for him, no doubt. This looks like being another comfortable victory for him. Remarkable lead at this stage, early doors. Just 4 laps gone, 2.7. What's it going to be at the end of this lap?
It's absolutely charging
Gets
away.
Another fastest lap of 40.138.
2.8 now, so still building that gap. I tell you what, Aidan Hassan is the best thing to come out of Milton Keynes since right angles and roundabouts. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Don't get me started on the roundabouts of Milton Keynes.
Hassan doing a grand job. Jacob Ashcroft in second place now, trying to stretch away from Kasper Tomilewski and doing a fine job of it. Milo Manderson is hanging on to P4 by a thread at the moment because Clark and Lomas are definitely building up a bit of momentum. Wichichaw's going well. He's managed to move his way up into 7th place, now past Barker and Mills. I apologise if I've mispronounced Wichichaw, by the way. I'm assuming that's what it is. A year in Europe, you're starting to learn a few of the pronunciations of some of the countries such as Poland and Croatia and Lithuania. I've done my best,
Absolutely.
but I hope I haven't done a bad job of it.
It was a great battle for fourth. Here it is. That's Manderson, Clark, Lomas and Wichichaw. I'm assuming that as well, Jake. But listen, if we ever get your names wrong, guys, make sure you get in touch with us. Tell us you pronounce my name wrong. It's pronounced XYZ or whatever it is. Just let us know how to pronounce your names. If we ever get them wrong, we'll try and make sure we get them right in future.
Absolutely, we don't mind a slightly bruised ego. Bruise his heel, it's all fine, not a problem. So, his fourth place battle, Manderson, Clark, Lomas, Wichita. This is very close indeed. As they come off the turn, Lomas looking a little bit leery through that latter part of Complex Nivelle. Maybe just got on the throttle a fraction bit too late, and obviously that put the back end of the kart out slightly. As Wichita tries again to get through into that sixth position, but he's made it a good start to this race. So David Wichita trying to work his way further onto the back of these three. Madison, Clark, Lomas. And we've got Barker still in the hunt, a couple of seconds back. Josh Mills dropping back a little now. But Hassan Ashcroft and Kasper Tomilewski are long gone. This is about the race for pride further back in fourth position. Hassan laps the circuit in under 40 seconds now in a mini ROK. That is rapid. That is very quick indeed from Aiden Hassan. And I think he is currently the only driver, possibly even this weekend, to lap the track in under 40 seconds in mini ROK. And there goes Wichita. Nice move on the inside of Charlie Lomas. That puts him up into P6 as Aiden Hassan, well, he's in a different postcode. He's that far ahead of the rest of the field. Look at him, just dancing to the victory in the lead.
Yeah, comfortable victory this is going to be from Hassan, unless, of course, he has some sort of mechanical failure. 3.4 seconds the lead, and Ashcroft is well clear of Kasper Tomilewski in third place, who in turn is well clear of this battle for fourth. It's a battle for fourth that is the battle on the track. It's the one we want to be concentrating on.
There's Jacob Ashcroft through second place at the moment, and still running well. Just shows you how well the Mark Baines Motorsport brand is going in mini ROK these days. They made the switch a couple of seasons ago. He saw an opportunity. Well, he thought that this is a formula that the team can really start to grow their young talent in, and it certainly seems to have been a masterstroke, because they are growing in stature as a team. They were a little window operation, essentially, sharing awnings with people a few seasons ago. Yeah. Now they are a proper British high-class team that youngsters want to be racing in.
Absolutely. Aiden Hassan, top quality out front. Jacob Ashcroft, though, Jake, he is as well. I understand he's going to be doing the Micromax race at the Motorsport UK British Championships next weekend, and he'll be an absolute front runner, and in my opinion, looking at the entry, probably going to be the favourite to win that.
That is Wichita through in fifth place, so he's managed to get past not just Lomas but Clark as well. Good going from Wichita. He really is stepping this up, and now he's getting under he's trying to get under the skin of Milo Manderson here as he makes his bid for fourth position. A really good run this, and he's looking to make his bid as he creeps up behind. But the young Madcrock driver working his magic to try and get himself further up the order. Fifth position is good, fourth position is better, and he certainly looks like he's got good one-lap pace here, David Wichita. He might be able to do something better with this. Here he goes on the inside line, and that's a perfect overtaking move into Stadium Bend, really making that one work. But I think Charlie Lomas has also managed to get past Thomas Clark, as we just watched Joshua Mills going through, still keeping himself in the game. It's tough in terms of motivation when you're a long way back from the rest of the field, but you've just got to keep going, you've got to keep pushing. You never know what's going to happen, and you never stop learning at this level, so you've just got to keep on the horse and keep pounding it around the circuit.
Yeah, Joshua Mills, very inexperienced in this class, so it's a learning process at this stage. He just needs to keep his head down, just learn as much as he can.
That's right, and you've got to remember that the drivers in the top five, they all had their first days and their first years in the sport, and they've all had to fight their way through from the backs of the grid as well. So
I always use the same example as well. My son got lapped in his first ever race, and his quote at the end of that was, "I'll never be as fast as those fast boys." Well, we won.
He was winning.
He won British Championship events. And in fact, funnily enough, his first race off novice plates was alongside Oliver Rowland for the front row of the Gold Cup. With 48 cadets on the grid. So it just shows you, just stick with it and it will come to you. If you've got a natural flair and ability and a talent for it, you will find it.
That's it. And of course, as long as you're still having fun and enjoying it, well, there's no reason to stop, is there? Aiden Hassan out in front of Jacob Ashcroft. There is Isaac Barker running in 8th position as he continues on his way around this Rye House circuit. There is Jacob Ashcroft. 4.3 seconds adrift, but still in second place, as there's a nice little inter-team battle going on there with their teammates, Charlie Lomas and Thomas Clark. So 4 MBM drivers in this race. Hassan, Ashcroft, Lomas and Clark are currently scrapping away for the outskirts of the top 6. 2.5 minutes on the clock. Kasper Tomalewski is starting to lose ground now to David Wichichor. Wichichor is chipping away at 3rd place, and here comes the move from Clark to get on the inside of Lomas. He's going to have to think about it. He goes very late. He was hesitant about whether he could make the move there on Lomas, and I think he was just hoping that Lomas would break earlier for Stadium Bend, but he didn't break at all. He just carried the momentum of the cart round the outside and held the position. So good racecraft from those two.
Tomalewski looked like he had 3rd secured earlier in the race, Jake, didn't he? But there's Ashcroft in 2nd. Where's the battle? That's the leader. You need to see that battle for 3rd place.
It's 7/10 of a second between them now. Wichichor's really dialed him in.
This is a great performance by Wichichor. Here he is. Here's the battle for 3rd. Wichichor up the inside.
He's going to launch it! He gets a little bit of a twitch over the curve, but it keeps the cart planted. And that is a brilliant move from David Wichichor. Absolutely awesome on Tomalewski. So he gets through into 3rd position, and that is such an easy move to go wrong because he twitches over the curb. The cart got unsettled, but he just kept the foot firmly planted on the throttle. The cart bit the tarmac, and he managed to sweep it through. Nicely handled there from Wichichor as Hassan extends his gap over his teammate Jacob Ashcroft to 5.1, and the family at the side of the road are going to be beaming from ear to ear. It's another great day at the office for the young man from Milton Keynes.
Yeah, Aidan Hassan, we saw him in the Ultimate Karting Championship recently, didn't we? Break down that day.
Oh, here we go.
There's that battle for 6th place.
Clark is finally going to get his run on Lomas, and this time it works. So he gets through at Stadium Bend. He's going to need to keep that door firmly shut at Reggie's elbow, but so far so good from his point of view as Aidan Hassan is pushing hard here. Now the objective for the man in front of him on the road, Josh Mills, is to just keep pushing away at it and not be lapped, because we've seen in other classes, haven't we, that obviously the disparity between the front end of the field and the back is so large that you get traffic. But Josh Mills' target is quite clear. Just keep pushing on, try and stay in touch with Isaac Barker. He's only about 3 seconds behind him, and just keep it on the straight and narrow, and he should be a-okay as through comes Clark, now in front of Lomas as those two duel away over 6th position. There is Ashcroft, and Wichichor doing a great job in 3rd now ahead of Tomalewski.
Yeah, here comes the race leader, Hassan. 18 laps.
And time has run down. That was well timed, actually.
It was, actually, and now he gets the last lap board from the starter. So Hassan is going to take a comfortable victory here.
Yep.
And add another nice trophy to his cabinet.
He really
He's
is.
got a few already.
Yeah,
and there is. You can see Wichichor there. Clear now in 3rd place, Jake.
Oh, absolutely. He's done a great job. I was going to say, Aidan Hassan is seriously running out of room for the trophies at home. They're going to have to expand the garage at this rate, because Aidan Hassan doing an absolutely corking job at the end of 2020. This has been his real breakthrough year to storm the Crows and take another victory. He wins in the Mini ROK London Cup 2020. That's another accolade to put in the CV for young Aidan Hassan. A great result in front of his teammate Jacob Ashcroft, who does another solid job. Look back, there is David Wichichor. He could be happy with that from the back of the grid to 3rd. That's a drive any young racer of his credence and calibre can be proud of. Really good race as Hassan takes the victory in front of Ashcroft and Wichichor. Kasper Tomalewski in 4th place ahead of Milo Madison and Charlie Lomas. And then Thomas Clark, Isaac Barker and Josh Mills, who does the best he can do from that position, does not lose a lap and stays in the hunt. Great race from Hassan, who wins brilliantly.
From the start, it was fairly easy. I managed to pull at least a second within the first 2 laps. And then from then I just chilled out and drove an easy race to the flag. I'd like to thank my mum, my dad, MBM and all my teammates for helping me out and cheering me on.
It's a wonderful atmosphere in that Mark Baines Motorsport team. You're going to see some great racing again here from the Iami Bambinos here at the London Cup.